It all started with this comment. Hi Crankers, hi Sprinters, welcome back for a new episode here, episode 33 of Crank Sprint Chronicles. This week we're gonna talk about Indievelo, a free Zwift alternative. Follow me through this review, in-depth review, where I try Indievelo for the past week. As usual, I also talk about my week, starting with Monday, where I flew back from France, and straight away off the plane, on the bike, and I went out with my friend for a relaxed day cycling on the west outskirts of London. A pretty relaxed zone 1-2, chatting with friends for just a bit more than 60 kilometers. On the Tuesday, I start my test of Indievelo, so let's sink in. Let's start with the avatar. Once we have downloaded the app, you can see you can customize pretty much a lot: the jersey, the helmet, the frame, the wheel set. You don't have the brands, so nothing is really branded, or you don't have branded jersey, but you can basically customize all your person, so all your avatar, glasses, color, type of stripe of the jersey, so it's not bad, I would say. Once you connected everything, power meter, heart sensor is pretty much the same. Something very nice, it gives you the battery of your power meter, which is actually really interesting, that I'm able to see the percentage of the battery left both on my heartbeat sensor and also on the power meter. Is really good. The hub with all the options is pretty much then you can fix, you can edit, or you can change everything. How you feel the slope, the brake feeling, the wind feeling. You can decide how many kilometers per hour, if it's less, if it's more. I try to put everything, I maxed everything out to be as much realistic as possible. And also the virtual gears, as you can see, I didn't put it at the max. I want to try halfway to see how it goes. And then you have so many options when the power meter is preferred. I'm gonna go through the basic, as you can see here on the trainer settings, but you can literally edit absolutely everything on the settings. If you want a video more only about the setup and the setting, please let me know in the comment down below. I will do a specific one. You can see there's graphics, user experience, so many settings, but let's go straight away and try to ride. We have the ride is very similar, I would say. The display and the menu is very similar to Zwift, but slightly more like a realistic type of map. I'm gonna pick an amber here, 155 to 185 watts, so it's not calculated watt per kilo like Zwift. Quick check on the workouts, pretty similar as well to Zwift. And then we have here, let's go back to the pace, and then let's select an amber, as I mentioned before, 155, 185 watt. You don't see the watt per kilo, but the total watts. Let's go and start pretty quick, I would say. The start very similar to Zwift when you jump in, but then we can start seeing many differences. This video has been recorded just before the new Zwift app came out, so obviously now with the new hub you can edit a few more things. In Zwift, like the profile, you can see, I believe that Zwift took it from Indievelo because it was already on Indievelo. You can see on the top, you can see on the bottom left that we have the profile of the stage or the map that we are riding at the moment, with the TSS, so the energy that you are spending, the kilocalories on the top left, and the watt in the middle, with the average watt, the average BPM as well, and the average RPM. So not only the current one, but also the average. If we move on the top right, you can see the percentage of the slope, the wind. So you can see now we have a side wind 7 kilometers an hour, slightly tailwind at the moment, and then you see all these gusts on the side. You can see now a few gusts, and the draft, so how much we are drafting. Skipping now onto the race, you can see now I'm racing here. I try my first race. I see the movement of the rider not bad, I would say, similar to Zwift, actually better than Ruby. And if you didn't see my Ruby review, top right now you can click and see that video. It's the beginning of the race with quite a lot of AI riders, so we have AI riders here in the race. So you will never be alone. Any race, any ride, anything that you do, you will never be alone. Another very nice feature, as you can see on the right, you can see the groups like in real life, like when you're watching a race. You can see the groups and the distance between the groups. At the moment now, normally I am on a leader group with other 2 riders, so it's my name plus 2, and then we have 3 seconds to the pack, to the main group. This is the beginning of the race, so I try to stay at the front, try to understand how it works. I would say they start a bit less pushy than the classic Zwift. You can see on the right that the kilometers per hour, they change, and you see later then when it goes red on the turns, automatically the system brakes, so you need to release your pedal like in real life. If not, the system will block your speed, creating an idea of a speed reduction like in real life when you are turning. So this is really realistic, and I really love this feature. A bit of a fast forward on the race to understand a bit better the difference in the groups. Now you can see there's a lot of broken groups in the race. You can see the wind gusts, those white lines in the sky and behind the riders, meaning that at the moment we have tailwind. At this moment on time, I'm in the group 2 with a solo attacker at the front, trying to be in zone 2, zone 3. You can see below on the bottom left all the different surges that I had during this race. I always try to keep at the front. And then here we're going really fast, and I'm trying to be in the group. You can see the draft bar is almost full, meaning that I'm fully drafting at this moment. So and now you can see I'm going at the front and the draft bar is going down slowly, but because we have tailwind, it doesn't really affect me. Let's jump on the right side. You can see the red number. I went too fast onto the turn, and then obviously the system slowed me down a bit. You can see now that I have to launch again after the turns. The last kilometer, we have 1.2 kilometers to go. We have at the front Yvonne, she attacked. Here last kilometer, obviously I'm going to try to win this race. I try to counter attack here. Counter attack is going really well. You can see the red, so flamme rouge, smoke rouge I would say in this way, last kilometer, and here I'm attacking like near 500 watt or more, and then I'm trying to win this race. No spoiler for this race, I leave a video on the top right. I will release it tomorrow if you're watching on Thursday, so stay tuned, click there and watch the race. Another cool feature of Indievelo is the Velodrome. You can see here's the Velodrome. I tried another race. This is an elimination race. You have other different type of races like in real life at the Velodrome. Here is a side where there's only 10 riders left. And you can see all the surges on the bottom left, so you can see it's very realistic, up and down with continuous pushes, and it's actually a sprint every lap, so it's not every 2 laps on this race. I felt pretty well, so doing really well in this race. This race I'm gonna go to the end, so you'll see if I win or not, or if I place well. And here we are, only 4 riders left. I'm doing my sprint, 600 meters to go. You see Pascal Roberto at the front. I try to cross the line first. Really important not to finish third or less, and I continue my attack. 400 meters to go now. We are only the 3 finalists. You can see that I'm attacking. We are still in a group now. I'm trying to get some gap in between me and the other riders. You don't see them at the back. 53 kilometers an hour, 400 watts. I'm giving everything here on the last lap, 3 seconds ahead, and here we are, 30 meters to go, last lap, and I managed to win. So great race. and then I managed to attack in the very last lap and I won this race. So second race won at the Velodrome, my first race at the Velodrome. Very much fun, quick race. You can see on the ranking that I'm increasing the power, so every time you finish a race you will have the update. So here's your Thursday, 10 reps of Nightingale Lane, and then a bit of G2, 8 climb, really hard. On the Saturday, just a quick workout, 30 minutes. I didn't have much time just to talk about the workout on Indievelo. You can see the target power in the middle, the last what I did for the 5 seconds, the flame green, the smoke green, it gives the difference in between the training that I'm doing now, the wattage I'm doing now versus the other one. So really similar here to Zwift. Not really much to talk about. The RPM on the right, you can completely edit your screen and your HUD like you can do also now on Zwift, but this is original from Indievelo, so not pretty much many difference versus Zwift, but really good experience also on the workouts. I managed to pack the 100k for the day, so I'm really happy with the training of the Sunday. Going back to the Indievelo review, talking points. What are the positives? What are the USPs of Indievelo? Very smooth to download, doesn't really take a lot of space on your computer, like for example my Whoosh. So really easy to use, really easy to download, and then very important is free. Very nice, the brake fact that the system recognize the brakes, so the game brakes in game, so it's very realistic in my opinion. So if I want to cycle indoor, I want something as much as more realistic as possible, so the brake on the turns for me is really a realistic thing, and it's really a very good point, positive point for Indievelo. Very good also the feature about the virtual gearing. I didn't really use it. Very nice as well, the wind and the draft is something we saw also on Ruby, so this is a feature that I particularly like, so you really have an understanding in game how much you are saving to be on the group. The graphic is really nice as well, even though it's not the most important thing for me. Something that I think in my opinion still need to be developed. How big is the app? So I think it's, for now I don't want to say niche, but still there's even though the people that are using Indievelo, they're really passionate about it, that this is really important for me, really good, they are not really a big amount at the moment. At times I felt where I was in group rides or also where I was racing, that it's good to have the AI, so it's a better point rather than Ruby, then you don't have people racing with you, so you actually have people racing with you, you have this feeling of the race. I'm going to wait and I'm going to test it again, maybe on very important races. Now that we have the Grand Tour coming, I'm thinking to participate. Don't get me wrong, it's a really positive point, helps a lot to give you that race feeling, but so far I think there's still not many people. So AI, another really positive point for me, really good idea, and the AI works very well as well. They attack, they push, they stay behind. If you're already an Indievelo fan or an Indievelo user, don't forget to comment down below, like the video and subscribe the channel if you're not already subscribed. There will be also other future surprises about Indievelo in the future, so make sure you stay tuned. It's all for today, but wait you here next Thursday 6:30 p.m. London time.